having a beautiful day today. I'm sending all this love and happy energy to you on the other side of this live stream. This morning I got to wake up bright and early and just really have some quiet time and focus on important things to me. And I also got to spend some time watering all my gardens out on our property. And it really was just nice to be in the quiet out in nature, listening to the birds while the sun was coming up and rising. And it really just is a moment that I'm relishing in right now. So I really hope you're feeling this energy from where you're sitting. So something that I want to talk about today is self-evaluation or self-awareness, whatever it is that you want to refer to it as. One of the most important times to use self-evaluation or self-awareness is when you're in moments of struggle or when you're not reaping the results that you're looking to get. This is a really powerful tool, if not the only tool, that is really essential in making changes in your life. Tracy, Mama, sending you a wave, says morning, morning. Hope you're having a beautiful day so far. Thank you for the love. I truly do appreciate it. So when you are struggling, it's really important to just stop what you're doing to the best of your ability if you have that choice, just for a moment. It doesn't take very long. You can even do it in the midst of some action. I just suggest giving yourself a moment to stop. Even if it's just shorter than anybody can imagine, it really just takes a second. And you notice what you're allowing your thoughts to do in that moment. Are you creating a story in your brain with your thoughts that are working against you? Is it serving you? Or is it working towards something that you actually don't want for yourself? There are facts, there are circumstances that surround us that everyone would agree upon, but usually the way we produce an outcome in our lives is the story that we create around our circumstances. We could have each the same house and we would all have a different thought and a story around it. If you're in a house identical to another person, those two people can have an exact opposite experience. It is individualized based on the thoughts that they allow to come into their mind, which is essentially the story that they're creating around their circumstance and around the facts that they have in their life. So, for example, they both have the same house, and one of the people in the house is thinking, oh, this house is a mess. It's so small. I don't have enough space. It's always cluttered. Ugh. Those are the experiences and the story that they're creating around the home that they have. Okay? Now you enter into the other home, which is completely identical to the other home that the other individual was in. This person in the house is saying, wow, this house is so big and so beautiful. I have perfect amount of space for everything that I need. I see all this magic and love from these messes that have been left behind. I'm seeing all the creativity behind it. I'm inspired by it, and I'm going to take it into action in my day and go create some of my own things and create a lovely mess of my own. Now, regardless, this may seem a little extreme for those of you, and as of myself, who have looked at a pile of dishes and just felt, ugh, I don't want to do this. But allowing your mind to recreate the story and realizing that you have the ability to do something about it, you have the ability to change it, you have the ability to rewrite the story that is going on in your mind. The most important reason to do this is not to seem like some extremist who is in denial of negativity or having to do something about it to improve upon something. It's about raising your vibration. It's about raising your energy level, because you start attracting things to you, what you're putting out into the world. So whatever energy you're putting out is the energy that you're getting back. So if you're constantly putting out positive energy, positive thoughts, positive experiences, and you don't allow yourself to be deteriorated by negative thoughts and the negative story that you're telling yourself, you're going to do a lot more changing and transformation. You're going to invite a lot more positive opportunities, a lot more positive things, and a lot more positive people into your life the more that you self-evaluate yourself, the more that you're self-aware of what you're allowing your mind to think of and what feelings are being produced from those thoughts. Feelings come from the thoughts that you allowed to pass through your brain. Feelings come from whatever it is that you're focusing on. So if you're in the midst of a really negative relationship and you're having an argument, or you're flustered, or you're just really irritated by the person that you're in this relationship with, whether it's in the moment, whether it's just a thought when you're by yourself, you're having throughout the day. Nasir sending you a wave. Simo, thank you for the emoji. I'm loving it. Sending all that love back to you and happiness back to you. Sending the love back. Thank you, guys. So if you're in the midst of that negative relationship, or you're in the midst of the negative story that you're creating around your relationship, think about what energy you're giving off and what energy you're inviting back to you from the relationship that you're experiencing with that person. It makes a big difference just to create a new story around that relationship. If that person comes in the door, first time you see them for the day, and you see that they're having a really hard time, you see that they want their space, they're irritated, they're maybe even arguing with you the moment that they get in the door or whatever it is, you know, you can instantly react and leave self-awareness and self-evaluation out the door, and you can, you know, respond to that by letting your anger and resentment or even sadness set in. And that's the energy that you're putting off and that you're inviting back to you. And you're just creating this negative cycle that keeps going and going and going. And eventually even spirals even further outside of your relationship and just goes into the aspect of your overall life. But if you change the story that is going on in your mind, if you change the thought, and when they come in and you see that they're angry, and you say to yourself, you know what? I can see that something is going on with them. How can I serve them in this moment? How can I make this moment better for them? Or better yet, if you can't find it in you to serve them in that way, how can you keep yourself happy in that moment? How can you change this moment to not let other people and their moods around you dictate how you feel about yourself and how you are experiencing this life and this moment-to-moment experience? Let's see, I had someone's name pop up, but I don't know where it went. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Please let me know how you guys are doing below in the comments. Once you begin to do this, this will overspill in all the different aspects of your life. Once you start to self-evaluate yourself and become self-aware in one aspect of your life, whether it's your health, whether it's your relationships, whether it's your finances, business, career, whatever, the goals that you're setting out to achieve for yourself, once you start to self-evaluate in one area of your life, you will start to do it in the other areas of your life. And it's really important to question every single thought that you become aware of and ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this working toward the life that I want? Or is it working against you? Because what negative thoughts are, it's like swimming upriver against the current. It's difficult and nearly impossible to have a successful journey. But when you turn around and see that you don't have to fight against the current and you can just go with the flow of the river, it is much easier to live life this way. If you're constantly fighting negativity in your mind, if you're constantly in a state of struggle, if you're constantly feeling like you're drowning, you don't even have a chance for success. But if you turn that and flip the switch and really have life to start working for you, have your mind to start working for you, you literally become unstoppable, and every single thing in your life starts working for you instead of against you. And I think most of us can admit that that sounds like a really amazing thing, and it is possible. It's not theoretical, it's not hypothetical, you know, it's real. You just have to give yourself the ability to open up your mind and start paying attention to the things that you're allowing to process through your brain. Rahul, thank you for joining the live stream, sending you a wave. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let me know how you're doing below in the comments. I would love to know. This is a really powerful tool. We have more power and creativity within ourselves as human beings than we can even imagine from the perspective that we're in. So start accessing that powerful perspective. Start giving yourself to permission. Instead, when you're having thoughts of doubt and thoughts of negativity, abolish them and say, you know what? I am powerful. I am perfectly made. I am exactly where I am meant to be. Everything is working for me and for the greater good. And see what your life begins to look like just applying this for a short amount of time. Start tinkering with this. Start playing with your mind and start realizing your thoughts are not facts. And you get to create the meaning around the circumstances in your life. Something that I like to say is start romanticizing your life. Because this is what true living is. This is how you create your best life. When you just start making the best of everything. Even if none of your circumstances changed for the foreseeable amount of time, and you just changed the entire story that was going in your mind around them, everything would begin to naturally change. Even if you were hardly taking any inspired action, which is pretty much impossible not to take inspired action because you're constantly feeling inspired with the new story that you're creating for yourself. So it's just so natural. It is impossible not to take perfect action when you're at this high vibe level. So really start self-evaluating. Start being self-aware of what you're allowing yourself to drown in every single day. That's what the struggle is. And we were never meant to experience the struggle. That is a lack of awareness. That is a lack of the power within you. That is a lack of the awareness of the power within you, that you have the ability to change your thoughts. You have the ability to change the story that you are creating in your mind. And therefore, that is going to completely change your experience that you're having just on that simple level. But not only that, you are going to be a magnet for new positive opportunities. You're going to be a magnet for new positive relationships. You're going to be a magnet for healing the things that are already in your life. So why not apply this simple self-evaluation to your life? Thank you for the love. I truly do appreciate it. What else more do you need? What else more? What other reasons do you need to do it? It is so simple. And you can do it from moment to moment. And it doesn't have to be a 24/7 thing. You don't have to constantly be in your brain and constantly be evaluating yourself. Just when you notice that you're in a state of struggle, when you're really feeling like that pressure in your chest. I don't know about you guys, but I feel a lot of pressure in my chest, and I feel a lot of clogged up energy right around here, my shoulders, around my neck, around my chest. When I'm feeling a sensation of struggle, I like to identify exactly where it is in my body, because then I can focus on it and it begins to dissolve. The struggle, I quit being convinced and realize that it's only a feeling, and I'm only allowing it to infiltrate the story that I'm creating in my life. So really become self-aware. Get into your thoughts, get into your body, and start paying attention to it. Start listening to it. A lot of us are so busy with our to-do list and what needs to be done and our responsibility. And we're so focused on the service that we have to do and the responsibilities that we have to keep up with, that we forget that it's actually a choice. And once you realize that all of this that you're experiencing is actually your choice, you actually feel a lot more free. And when you experience that energy of freedom, that energy that's so high vibe that you're not trapped, you're not stagnant, you're not regressing, but you're free. You're free to grow and expand in all the areas possible. And you will, as you begin to do this in such a natural way, that you just become unstoppable, and you realize more and more every day how powerful you are. and that you really do have a choice in every single area of your life. And you also have the choice to give your power away, to give your power to negativity, to give your power to the story that you have created for yourself thus far. But realize in this moment, you can change it just by deciding to change it right now. You don't have to wait until tomorrow, until next week, until you have more time, until you have more money, or until you have a better relationship, or until you're the right size in your body. You get to make the choice right now about the story that you're experiencing in your mind, and that's going to take you to the highest level of vibration. And I love to note on all the time, because it's so simple to raise your vibration on the scale of 0 to 1,000 to 900 just by saying you're thankful for something. That brings you from a way low struggle vibration all the way up almost to the top. And 1,000 is I am consciousness. So whatever you fill in the blank for after the words I am is where you are creating from. So how many times a day do you give yourself permission, or do you not even realize that you're giving self permission to say I am in a way that is working against the life that you want to create for yourself? Salif sending you a wave. Abdel says something that I have to translate later. I'll check it out. Salif says hello and sending an okay sign. Hope you're doing well, Salif. I would love to know how you're doing this morning. It's an amazing day where I'm at. I would love to hear how it is where you're at. So really, get into this self-evaluation. Tell yourself, I am powerful. I am successful. I am worthy. I am valuable. Say those positive affirmations to yourself and see about how quickly it changes the feelings that is going on inside of you, especially those moments of struggle. This is the most important time for you to use this self-evaluation and self-awareness. Get out of the struggle and get into your freedom. I love you guys so much. That's where I'm going to come to a close. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you again very soon. Mwah! Much love to you. Bye.